East game versus Kent Exiles, who are at home, and the Colchester Gladiators. So I'm Steve Price. I'll be your commentator / cameraman / producer today. And you can just see, let me just zoom in a little bit. We're just in time for the captains doing the coin toss. So it looks like the Exiles have won it and they have deferred, which usually means that they will kick the ball. And if that is the case, they will kick left to right, meaning that Colchester will get the ball on the opening series, unless there's a turnover. So this league, the SFC1 East, one of the tightest in Britball. The Gladiators are currently 0-2, so they're sat in 4th, and the Exiles are 1-1, sat in 3rd, just above them. So, there's not much between them. The Exiles lost the game by 3 points and won another game by 3 points, and so it's just a really, really tight league. So I'm really looking forward to this one today. We're just getting the teams taken to the field now. Weather-wise, it's 17 degrees here. It's overcast, so there's no bright sunshine, advantage any direction. There's no real wind to speak of. It's like perfect American football summer conditions. So yeah, there's going to be no weather excuses on this game, I hope. And just to let you know, we can get I will get the comments up on screen. You can see Bradley's got one there. So let us know who you're supporting. And if you've got any shout outs, I'll try to get to the shout outs. I've got a lot to do today, but I will try and get to them. I would say on balance that the Exiles are probably favourites in this fixture, but I don't think that really means much. I think this really could swing either way. And we're off. Ball fielded there by 22 for Colchester. He's got a lead blocker, and really nice bit of contact and picking up a few extra yards after the point of contact. Ball carrier there is Billy Seiger. Gets the ball. It looks around the 26-yard line. They're gonna spot it. So 1st and 10 for this Colchester offence, who are just huddling, and now they're coming to take the field. I'm quite keen to see the quarterback for the Gladiators, because I actually overheard some Exiles players saying how good his arm is. So that's going to be cool. I don't know which number he is. I'm assuming it's 16, maybe 15. But we'll get it. We'll see shortly. It looked there. Nat Bonds is number 15. Stood in at QB there. Let's see what Nat can do. So 0 in motion there. Throws it to the flat, a little bit behind the receiver, but manages to pick it up. And he had a good amount of space, and it's probably good for about a yard. If that. No, actually, it looks like it's gone just back to the line of scrimmage, so brings up 2nd and 10. Bally just saying he's coach for the Trident, so don't care who wins. Fair enough. And a bit of love here for the Glads. So 2 receivers on the far side, 1 this side, and 2 in the backfield with one actually motioning out with the quarterback. Really nicely read there. Number 2 on the defense with the tackle, Josh King. Busts through and breaks that play up. And that'll bring up 3rd and 12. Hey, there's Russ. Hello, Russ. Coach Russ, who's the Cambridgeshire Cats head coach. Just saying they had a pre-season and that the Gladiators are a good outfit. So ball aired out to this left side and beautifully defended. I don't know if we got that on screen. I'm going to try and do a replay. I mean, I got the angle, but I don't know if the camera did. But the DB there jumped up and batted the ball away. Let's just watch that again and see if we got it on screen. Yeah, we did. We got it on screen. What a beautiful play that was. Sorry, I know I got overexcited there about getting it on screen, but I did see some bodies in the way. That brings up 4th down on this on this first opening drive, should I say, for the Glads. And they've got number 4, I believe it's number 4, back to punt, Brad Ling. You just see him on the right of the screen there. And that's off. Nice punt. Like I said, no real wind today. And it is fielded, but he's got 2-3 men immediately on him there. I'm trying to get the number. I know it's something 9, probably 89, might be 19. I don't know. Luckily, the Glads have got the old shoulder number, which helps me. It is number 89 for the Exiles. Ollie Rashbrook with the return there, and it's about at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. So good 3 and out from the Essex defence. Let's see what their offense can do. So in at QB is number 10, Nathan Williams Lewis, and I was actually hoping he would be the starting QB because he was the most impressive. They got some really good QBs, by the way. They had, like, I think 3 or 4 of them throw in. I was watching them warm up, mostly because I didn't want them to hit the ball, hit my equipment with the ball. But I was watching them, and yeah, Nathan Williams Lewis, for me, was the more impressive in terms of his throwing accuracy, throwing speed, his general athleticism as well. So yeah, I'm expecting big things from him. Anyway, so there was a penalty there for a delay of game, so it's now 1st and 15. Williams Lewis hands that off, run left. Looks like it's just really nicely. You just saw that whole defensive front just shift to the right as soon as that ball was handed off, and really handled that nicely. So I don't think, it looks like it roughly got near enough back to the line of scrimmage, bringing up 2nd and 15. Bradley has shown his cards here. He said he's going to probably say the Gladiators, and that he used to play for both teams. So 2nd and 15. QB takes the ball, boots to his right, keeps hold of the ball, keeps looking up, but he does drop his shoulder and look upfield. I do have a second camera angle that I just forgot about. Look, I would have been able to get that. I will try and switch to the other camera angle. Kwame's usually my, well, not usually, sometimes my co-commentator. I didn't even, you should be here, Quams. Are you working? For the Glads, which is Luigi Phillips. Oops, sorry, let me just move that. There we go. And Nat Bond still in at QB. Snaps the ball, hands it off to number 3. Doesn't like what he sees and bounces outside. He definitely gets maybe a yard or so, just waiting for him to set the sticks. And that's Ricardo Alves, the running back. So brings up 3rd down and 7. It's probably good for 2 yards then. I can see people commenting that it's frozen. Is that from before and that it hasn't frozen now? It's all working. You just let me know, because my battery pack died. Not died, it just switched itself off. Anyway, that was 3rd down. It was a complete pass. First down of the game. Number 11, Harry Dawson, the tight end, the receiver. Streams back. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you may not have heard me saying it, but essentially my battery pack switched itself off, which switched off my satellite dish and therefore the stream. I only noticed because my camera went off. Anyway, we're back. I do apologise. In terms of what you missed, it was a 3 and out for the Exiles, and this is now the 2nd drive for the Gladiators, where they've just picked up their first down. Ball is on the 45-yard line. So Alves again with a run. That was probably the longest run that they've had so far. Good yards there on a first down. 4, so it brings up 2nd and 6. Cool. Yeah, sorry the stream went. I don't know. I don't know why the power bank turned itself off. About like 1,500 quid's worth of kit. It just switched itself off. Anyway, enough about the kit. Alves again, he's got some space this time. Running to the edge, the outside. And he definitely picks up first down yardage. There's a cheer from the sideline. Gets the sticks moving. Good little drive this from Colchester. Thoughts on the new Exiles uniforms? They look clean. Yeah, they are really nice. I thought that when I saw them warming up. Their new uniforms look decent. Although I don't really like how many black uniforms there are in Britball. There's too many. It's like a cop out. Everyone's trying to look cool, but the Exiles do look cool. A little bit of love for the Glads. Qualms with a bit of love for Dan Rayburn. Qualms is filling up our chat. Right, back on. I'm sorry, I missed it, but I'm assuming that was a timeout. I didn't see who it was called by. I'll try and pay more attention. Ah, Ash. I forgot to share your link. Anyway, I'll talk about that in a second. Hand off there, good yards gained. Number 20, the ball carrier. There is a flag, but that's Dwight Rouse or Ruse. The ball carrier will just wait and see from the referees what this penalty was. The person fails a face mask on the defence. That's 15 yards and a first down. Tacks on more yards for this offence. Gets them into sort of field goal range. Obviously, that's subjective based on each team. You'd think in at Div 1, this is sort of field goal territory for them. Not that they'll be thinking to go for that. But Ash is a Gladiator. If I remember right, Ash, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a Gladiators player, unable to play today. So he's live streaming this game on Twitch, doing his own commentary. He's like a watch with me type stream. I was supposed to share it, and he sent me the link, and I completely forgot. And I'm sorry, Ash, but really appreciate you creating more content for Britball. And glad to have you here, mate. Number 42 is our guy. Qualms, you don't have to apologise, and you can talk as much as you want, mate. Right, let's go. 1st and 10. Ball is, it's hard to tell. It's inside the 20. It's probably about the 15-yard line. Ball is snapped. QB rolls out to his right. He's got a man there, but he throws beyond. Just an incomplete pass. I couldn't really tell who his intended receiver was. Maybe he just didn't like what he saw when he threw it out there, when he booted out there. But we need more guys like Ash. Yeah, I love it when people create more content. Thank you very much. Feel free to mute me, Ash, and do your own. I'll watch it later. Anyway, 2nd and 10. What I'll do, Ash, is I'll share your link retrospectively. I know it's not as great as live, but you'll still get some views, hopefully, mate. So Bonds hands the ball off. Ball is on the deck. I don't know if the man's knee was down before that. We're gonna have to wait and see. it looked like a bit of a drag down tackle as well, which sometimes you end up with injured players with. I'm not saying that anything was intentional, but I didn't like the look of, yeah, there is an injury. I'm going to just pan away. So just for those of you maybe watching for the first time, Sport Tank endeavours to not film injured players. This one looks like it could be bad. There's a lot of there was a lot of voices and people getting immediately away to free up for the medics. So hopefully this player's all right. I can't tell the number. It is a Gladiators player, and I'll provide updates as I can. But yeah, so just going back to what I was saying, with Sport Tank, we don't film injuries. We don't replay injuries. I think this just comes from the fact that everyone at Sport Tank played British American football at one time or another, and we just try to honour and respect those that play the game. It was the ball carrier, number 20, and I'll just film him now because he is walking off under his own power, a little bit gingerly, but as I sort of suspected, that type of tackle where it wasn't a horse collar, but it was just he sort of buckled backwards. But Dwight Rouse or Ruse, just seeing him go off. Hopefully we see him back on again. He's definitely a little bit shaken up, but it's not as severe as what I thought it was, and hopefully we see him back on the field. Kwame drove past my house the other day, just to let everyone know. Little bit of love here from Steve Taylor for the Glads, and game's back on. So pick up about four yards. So third and 6, maybe a third and a long 6 here. Bonds in, still at QB, looks to his right, fires over deep into the end zone, and it's incomplete. I think it's got, I just heard field goal. I think it's got to be said, so far we've seen some really, really good defensive back play from the Exiles. I know obviously we had that one here on the like when I say here, close to this sideline on their first drive, and we saw the QB didn't want to throw to one of his receivers on during this drive. He'd rather throw it away, and then on that play, that was really good DB play. So something to sort of look out for, and something for the Glads to consider. They've done really well on the deck, but they've got that aerial threat. They've also thrown against some good DBs today. Anyway, ball snapped. This is for the field goal. It's up. It looks good. We're just waiting for the signal. Yeah, and the first points are on the board. And it's first blood to the Colchester Gladiators. So on their second drive, they put 3 points up on the board, and we're still in Q1. So we'll just zoom back. So the Glads will kick off. So we'll get to see the Glads first kick off. We haven't seen them kick off yet. Likewise, we'll get to see the Exiles on their first kick return. So it looks like, yeah, Brad Ling is going to be kicking for the Gladiators. You see him there, just with his. He's gone for the cone, a green cone to kick off of. Oh no, no, is that a cone? It might actually be a proper. Looks more like a rugby ball stand thing. I don't know what they're called. Tee. It's a kicking tee, but I thought he had more. I just thought he had like a drill cone. Anyway, back to return this is numbers 41 and 85 for the Exiles. So that's Norris Owusu at 41, and 85 is Daniel Menendez. That's if the ball gets that far. We don't know what type of kick we're going to see. We may even see it go out the end, back of the end zone, but we're likely to see one of those two carry the ball. Big kick from Brad Ling there. And it is fielded by 85, who hands it off to 41. Sorry, I don't remember the names. And he's just running down the sideline, or towards the sideline, but gets tackled by the hashes. That's a good return by Norris Owusu. It's gone just over the 30-yard line, probably around the 31. Oh no, it looks bang on the 30 actually. So good return from them there. So we do have a 90-yard field. So halfway is 45 yards. So they're in their they're in their own half, and they are 15 yards from Colchester territory. QB drops back, looks to his left, fires it over, and that is really, really nicely defended by number 8 from the Colchester Gladiators. Little bit of an appeal from the wide receiver there, but to no avail. And number 8 is Eduardo Pinto, defensive back. So looks like the Exiles aren't the only team on the field with good defensive backs today. It seems like an odd thing to say. I don't associate Britball with decent defensive backs, and forgive me if you are, and I mean particularly corners. I think there's some really good safeties and strong safeties, but yeah, it's good to see that we've got some really skilled defensive backs on field today. Anyway, 2nd and 10. Williams-Lewis takes the ball, looks to his right, passes it over the middle. There was a bit of contact early there. I think that's a defensive, that's a DPI. Let's just replay that. The ball was still in the, so the rule is that you're not allowed to touch a player while the ball's in the air, and he was sort of sandwiched. That guy wasn't even looking at the, for me that's a DPI. The guy wasn't looking at the ball, the guy that made the contact. Fair enough, the other guy was. So the safety wasn't looking at the ball, but the cornerback was. But it was the safety that made the contact, sort of turned his shoulder in. I'm really surprised that was, the flag wasn't thrown for that. Hey, Williams-Lewis takes the ball, peels up to the left, and he takes off again. Big hit there from, I think it was number 39, from to Jay Robinson, who's a DB from the Gladiators. And that brings up 4th and 5. So ball's at around the 40-yard line. Punting from here is a really good territorial advantage. You know, they're punting from a good 20, 25 yards from the last time they punted. So this will put the Gladiators much deeper back, potentially. But as we've seen already, you know, the Gladiators, through a combination of running, passing and being the recipient of penalties, have been able to chug up the field and score already. Anyway, so it looks like there's a substitution infraction. So substitution infraction on the Exiles, and that'll march the ball back at just 5 yards, I think, that one. Yeah, it's a 5-yard penalty, so we're 4th and 10. We've got someone here watching from the plane to Orlando. That's cool. I think that's a new achievement for this channel. Anyway, ball is snapped and it's dropped. And the Gladiators end up with a fantastic field position as the punter ends up only being able to just dive on it. Lee, the punter for the Aztecs, ball's turned over and it looks like it's around the 20-yard line. Yeah, maybe you've got 22, 23-yard line. So a real gift here for the Gladiators, back to back with potential scoring drives. You know, they're in the red zone already, pretty much. They're just shy of it. They're in the blue zone. Let's call it the field goal blue zone. Anyway, QB hands off. Big fullback type. Solid run there. Number 35. You see him there just jumping up. Tough guy to bring down. Is it 35? It looks like it's 35. It's 30. It is 35. I don't think I've got him on the roster. Yeah, I do. Will Collins. Good little run from Will there. Well, actually, good big run. He got about 7 yards, 7 to 8 yards. So it's second and 3. Let's call it 2nd and 3. So Bonds takes the ball, fires out to the flat. Sorry, It was an incomplete pass. Apologies, I should have zoomed quicker than that. Or zoom and panned. Anyway, incomplete pass to the flat. 3rd and 3. Kwame surprised that Nate Williams-Lewis is QB. Yeah, and he's doing awesome. So let's see if they can convert on this 3rd down. So Bonds takes it, hands it off again to 35. Will Collins, and he looks good for those yards. We're just waiting. He might be just shy of the 1st down here. Yeah, it is 4th down, and it's. Oh, I'll show you the sticks. You can just see. Look how close that is. So the stick with the 4 on it is where the ball's going to be, and the orange stick to the left of it, as we see it, is where the ball needs to be to get a 1st down. So we're looking at like 1 yard. So we're 4th and 1. You've got to go for it, right? There's no point. I know. Well, do you kick a field goal here? Just put 6 up. No, they're going for it. That's fair enough. Especially with the running that Collins has been doing. Let's see if he gets it again. But in is Kieran Polly in the backfield. And that looks like a jump. Oh, and they just lose yards. Number 1, Adrian Gilson. And they do bring on it looks like they do bring on the field goal team. But yeah, just a little bit of movement, well, a lot of movement there in the backfield. Getting the cadence wrong, and that'll be marched back 5 yards at some point. I don't know what. They haven't moved the ball back. Right, now they are. That was weird. Okay, cool. Now it's being marched back. Oh, sorry. So, second field goal attempt on their second drive. Good hold, good snap, and well, I should say snap first, and it is a good kick. So we're still in still a 1-score game, but the Gladiators are the ones putting the points on the board at the moment, and it's 6-0 to the Gladiators here in the 1st quarter. I just got to give a shout out to everyone at the Kent Exiles, like the sideline staff. They're just one of the loveliest clubs. So friendly, so many people coming up and chatting. This is, I think, the 3rd or 4th time we've done a live stream here, and I love coming here. They're just a great club. Anyway, back to the game. Ling ready to kick again. And same guys returning, 41 and 85. Not such a deep kick this time, but still fielded by 41. I think it's Owusu. I said Norris Owusu. And he follows his blocks really nicely there, but great tackle coming in from number 19, Josh Jackerman, to end that return. But it's a good return, a little bit better than last time. Gets the ball roughly to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. And it is Norris Owusu, yeah, cool. I remembered his name correctly. Right, so second series for the Exiles. Oh no, it's their 3rd, isn't it? I don't know. I've lost track. Yeah, it is their 3rd. So Williams-Lewis fires the ball out to the left. Yo, what a catch! Oh my God! That's 80. I'm going to replay that, so we're going to watch it. It looks like they're going no huddle, unfortunately, so we might not get through it. But Daniel Menendez with a amazing catch, and I think we caught it beautifully. There we go. Look at me panning it, and one-handed pulls it in. What a throw and a catch, and we are, yeah, it is pretty much no huddle, so we're back again. I can't spend too much time talking about it, but it's 1st down. They're now in Gladiators territory. Fantastic play from the Exiles. Ball handed off, run to the left side, or their left. Still on his feet, just fighting for those yards. I will get the player's number. I think it was number 5. Tyrese Retnam. It may not have been him, I'm not sure. Apologies for not getting the number on that, but a really good run. About 6 yards on first down there, brings up 2nd and 4. Great play. Williams-Lewis in the shotgun, looks to his right, fires over the middle. And Menendez, the intended receiver, unable to bring it in. And that slows the game down a little bit. The tempo just massively dropped from those last few plays. 3rd and 4. So Williams-Lewis still in at QB. Takes the ball in the shotgun, keeps hold of it. Is he good for that? It looks like he's good for that first down. He sort of ran off tackle to the right. No, and it's just shy of a first down. I think it looks like they've marked that like 2 yards shorter than it got. No, they are giving it a first good. I mean, I still think it's they've marked it a bit short, but they've given a first down anyway. I'm going to get people in the way now, aren't I? To move. Oh, there's Claire. So man in motion to this side, picks it up, and it's number 5 again, carrying the ball really, really good. He's a very strong runner, Tyrese Retnam. And Kwame's quick to point out in the chat that he's a Brunel Burners player. Kwame, a former Brunel Burners player, massive fan for them. Really enjoyed the covering their game in the postseason this year. I'm just trying to shuffle the camera a little bit because obviously the ref has to stand in line with the ball. My camera's not bigger than the ref, not higher than the ref. So William Lewis joined in the backfield by Patrick Burry. And Burry's just there to block. Williams Lewis shuffling out to his left. And looks like he's picked up a first down there. I'll just wait and see. No, it looks like he's just shy. Okay, you just see the sticks there. So we'll call it 3rd and 1. Sammy Austin saying, come on boys. Which boys are you backing, Sam? This game is not boys v girls. Need to know the team.
Come on, quick, line up, get lined up.
So I think that was an illegal motion. Let's just wait and see. False start on the offense. So it was a false start on the offense. They're just waiting for the number. I don't know if I'll hear it. They're asking on the field, but that means it goes back 5 yards and they replay 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd and 6 once the ball resets. So ball is on the 21-yard line. Williams-Lewis takes it, drops back, it's definitely a pass play, scrambles, doesn't like what he sees, moves around to his right, is trying to gesture to his receiver, cuts up and is brought down by number 31 with a nice tackle. I don't know if he's quite picked up first down yardage. 31, Lewis Muse. And it is first down yardage. There is a player down. I'm just going to get him off screen. I think it's number 44. It's a hamstring. It's like a hamstring injury for number 44. Ross Hale for the... no, sorry, that's not Ross Hale. It's 44 for the Gladiators, the other team. That's Liam Andrews, the linebacker. It looks like he's just pinged a hamstring. It doesn't look anything serious, but we just have a little break while he gets tended to. So Liam, I think it's Liam Andrews, did I say that was his name? Yeah, Liam Andrews just coming up to his feet being clapped off. You could see him saying to the medics like it was saying his hamstring had tightened up. So hopefully it's just a cramp and he hasn't tore anything and he can just stretch it out and be back on. You just see him there walking off. If you're one of his loved ones watching the game, he's all right. So going back on, we do pick up 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line. It's been the best field position that the Gladiators have had so far this game. Ball snapped, handed off to 15, and he had a lead blocker. You see they were mauling his way to chew those yards up. And that was Patrick Burry, big sized running back. Oh, there's another guy down. This is an exile down. Someone's saying he's a guard. I can hear him say guard. He's sat himself up, but being encouraged to sit back down again. I'll just wait and get his number. Wait for him to come off. But again, this one doesn't look like it's too serious. That is enough to stop play. And he's just making his own way up to his feet. It is 52. You can just see him there, just walking off. 62, excuse me. But walking off, luckily he hasn't got much of a limp. He looked like he had a limp when he first got up. But that's Duncan McGinley, O-lineman for the Exiles. And he's got a big smile on. Hopefully we're going to see him back on. Just getting clapped off now. So that was a great first down run, as I said, from Patrick Burry, and brings up around second and 4, I'd say. It's definitely over 5 yards, that. Hey, Nana.
I didn't realise you were solo today.
How you doing? Yeah, I am, yeah.
What's this?
That's a camera.
So you switching between all the cameras?
No, well, not this one. This is like extra content. Sorry, Nana come and said hello to me. He does some commentary for us. He's a coach for the Exiles. He was late. I didn't see him pre-game. Game on. Williams-Lewis still in at QB. Takes a snap, looks to his right, fires the ball deep to the end zone here, and the receiver, intended receiver was Julian Firth. And I think that's Quarter, number 11 for the Exiles. Just lost his foot in there. I think it was a good pass, good route by him, but just lost his foot in. Yeah, that's end of Quarter. So the ball's going to be right at the other end of the field now. We won't be able to see much, but we'll be able to switch to the other camera. But yeah, just while they're changing ends, I'm going to tell you how good Julian Firth is. One of my favourite players in Britball. well, I keep calling him young. I've been calling him young for a few years now. Maybe I can't call him young anymore, but I've been impressed with him since I've first seen him play for the KCL Regents. And I've seen him play for the Exiles. That's his senior ball team. Just a great young British player. He scored a hell of a touchdown for the Exiles against the London Warriors. I'm pretty sure it was here. Catch and run up the sideline. It was beautiful. But he's just a great athlete. Fantastic hands. Definitely one to watch. There he is. There. I'm not surprised to see that he could be like the wide out or the solo wide out in certain formations. But they're in a trips formation there. You can see. But yeah, wouldn't be surprised if he got a touchdown today. So that's the other angle. I'll switch to it if I need to, and if I remember. So 3rd and 4. Look like a little bit of element. Beautiful play from the D lineman, busting through there. QB takes off, drops his shoulder, but I don't know, that might be an injury, but is hit and brought down by like number 1, yeah. Number 1 for the Gladiators, Adrian Gilson, DB. Great tackle from him there to end that play. It looks like it's a turnover. I didn't see that, but they have gestured the other way, so no wonder there was a big cheer. Ball carrier must have dropped the ball. I don't know if it was the hit. I'd imagine it was, because it was quite a feisty hit. But the ball came out and the Gladiators now take over. Score remains 6-0 to the Gladiators. I'm really surprised by that, as you can probably tell. Anyway, Bond's back in at QB, hands the ball off, up the middle there, and there's not too much space to go into. There's a lot of bodies, and I think the ball gets back to roughly the line of scrimmage. It may be a 1-yard pickup. Just over a 1-yard pickup, I'd say. So 2nd and 9. Ball handed off again. This time to the right side, but there was just a wall of bodies there for the running back, and a loss of yards back to 10 yards. 3rd down and 10. Get a lot of love in the comments for Gladiators. I suppose it follows that it's a little bit further away, so rather than travel, people watch the stream. Very grateful for. Thank you very much, and also grateful for the comments. But if you are an Exiles fan watching this, don't be shy. I'll put them up on screen as well. Don't you worry. Anyway, 3rd and 10. Bond still in at QB. Takes the ball. Looks over to his right. Fires it to the right. Caught and dropped. That just straight through his hands. What was he thinking of the contact? It just such a good play. Such a good play in terms of execution. The QB had all the time, fires it, the timing's great. He's open, and it just goes through his hands. He'll want that one back. But brings up 4th and 10. Very likely to see a punt here. Menendez back to return for the Exiles. Which means, I think, is it Ling the punter? Yeah, Ling, the punter for the Gladiators. Snapped nicely, really nice punt. We're seeing some really good special teams kicks here today. Taken on the run by Menendez. Look at him go! He's got some space. He does run into some trouble. And it's number 28 that will get credited with that tackle for the Gladiators, Luke Sargent. Kim just letting us know her brothers, she's supporting the Exiles, her brothers on the team. Thank you, Kim. Right, Exiles come back out, 1st and 10. They start with the ball in Gladiators territory. It's roughly on, I don't know, 34-yard line. New QB in for the Exiles. I'll get his name in a minute. You can see in the number 6 with the ball, fires it. Intended receiver was Menendez, but a little bit over his head. Ryan Want is the QB that's come in now. I was just sort of looking to see if Williams Lewis is on the field elsewhere, because he's a bit of a utility player apparently, but no, he's just having a bit of a rest. And that brings up 2nd and 10. So, Want in at QB, Burry next to him in the backfield. Looks out to his right, and intended receiver Firth, unable to bring it in the flat. So one still in at QB, 3rd and 10. Let's see if they can convert this one. They've got 3 receivers out to the right, Firth, Menendez, and Retnam. And then they've got their tight end on the left here. And the QB doesn't like what he sees. He does run to the left. He's tucked the ball already, and he's, look, I think that's a sack. I don't know if he got positive yards. Oh no, he did get positive yardage. Got about 5 yards on that. Okay. Weird angle for me, unfortunately. Couldn't really, my depth perception is not what it used to be. Anyway, 4th and 6. So I only picked up 4 yards. But anyway, 4th and 6. They are punting. Please keep stating yard line. I thought I was constantly stating yard line and down and distance. But yeah, I will, John. Thank you. So it's 4th and 6. Ball is snapped. Up in the air. 22 is back to return it. He just leaves it. We'll just change to the other camera there. Just goes out of bounds. We'll just see where the refs are. Looks roughly around the 5-yard line. Really nice special teams there from the Exiles, just pinning this this Gladiators offense back a little bit more, giving them a long field to drive up to. Yeah, it's around the 6-yard line, the ball, 1st and 10. And yeah, we've seen the Gladiators drive up the field. I think it's a tall order to drive this far. And the Exiles seem to have tightened up on earlier in the game penalties that we saw them get on defence. The ball snapped, handed off to a running back, cuts inside, beats 2 or 3 tacklers there. That's a great run. Look at that effort. Look at the O-line just getting upfield and supporting him. Number 16 is the ball carrier there for the Gladiators, Kieran Polly, or Poley. Great play from him. There is a man down. That's why I sort of panned away. I'll just pan to the sideline a little bit wider. It is an Exiles player. I don't know the number yet. I will read it out once I've got it. It looks like it could be number 20. I could be wrong though. Just wait for him to get up. These are the types of games I love live streaming, like tight games. This is still, it's a 1-score game, and it generally can go either way. So the player remains down. There is a coach and a paramedic with him. A little bit of love for the ball carrier, running back there, Polly. I can now say his nickname. And then some for the Exiles as well. You love seeing those sort of plays where you're running back. He's feisty. He's like handing players off. He's dropping shoulders. He wants to get that ball just one more yard. And then in come the cavalry, through big linemen going, yeah, come on, we'll help you as well. And I love seeing that. I love that side of football, where everyone's just like puts in that maximum effort and just wants to get yards, wants to win. So this injury does look a little bit more serious than the others that we've seen so far. Like, it's not that the player's just still down, and has been down for a while. Being helped up to his feet, that's good to see. I believe it is number 20, who's a defensive back, Liam Francis Adeyinka, and he's being helped off. They've taken his shoes off. They're carrying him off. So it looks like a lower leg injury, I would say. I think I can see a smile on his face. But I'd say that's him done for the day, just judging by that injury, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like a damage to his right leg. So, back on. Did Polly picked up a first down ball on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. And the Gladiators keep this drive going. Bonds takes the ball. Oh, beautiful spin move there. We caught the end of it. And you can see the sideline liked it, right? That was great stuff. Number 3, the ball carrier here, Ricardo Alves. We've called his name out a few times. The Gladiators have got some nice, feisty running backs, and everyone's contributing. I like this. This is good from them. They've definitely been more successful on the ground than they have in the air. And they're capitalising on that, right? Good to see. So it looks like there's a timeout. Just wait for the ref to do the old signal so I know. Oh no, it's an injury, sorry. There's a player now that's for the Exiles that's taking his helmet on. It looks like a grabbing his neck or pointing to his neck. So he's up on his knee, so he's not like laid down flat. It's not like a, one of those very nasty neck or head injuries that we see, but enough for him to need attention, medical attention. Ash just letting us know that Rick's a running legend, especially when the O-line opened the door. Yeah, absolutely, great stuff. That player, I can't see his number. I will see it shortly. It looks like it's either 65 or 85. He's up on his feet, walking off now with. It looks like it is 65. Up on his feet, walking off with the coaching staff. Daniel McGeever. Again, I don't know what that is, obviously, but hopefully we'll see him back on. It's nothing too serious. Anyway, let's get back to it. 2nd and 5. This game is taking a long time, isn't it? There's a lot of stoppages. QB keeps hold of it, throws it deep right in front of us, and he's caught. Oh no, it's not. It's broken up. 0, Zach Bork, the intended receiver. Let's just see that on a little replay if we can. Yeah, look, QB releases it. It did go into his hands, but I would give credit to number 30, Sam Coppen, for the Exiles, for batting that ball out of the hands of the receiver. You may disagree with me, that's fine, but that's what I think I saw. John here just saying that the Glads have an excellent. Yeah, they do, absolutely. And it's good to see. So Bonds takes the ball. Looks out to his left, fires over to his right. The same receiver as before, Zach Bork, and he's definitely good for first down yardage there. Great play. So the Glads haven't given up on the passing game, but they're definitely getting more yards with the running game. But then mixing it up like they just did there, short pass, long pass, and then a couple of runs. You're going to keep the defense honest. You're going to keep them on their toes. They're not going to condense their formation. This is good play calling that we're seeing from the Gladiators here. So 1st and 10. Ball is at the 36-yard line. Man goes in motion. Bond hands it off. And it's number 3 carrying the ball, and he's still got men downfield. I love seeing it. Men downfield blocking for him. Alves with the ball. I'm just panning away because, there's a flag. Sorry, I heard whistles and I thought it might be another player down, but there is a flag. We're just seeing the refs converse over it. Tyler, I'm assuming you're related. Can you tell me how this is? It Bork? Am I saying your name correctly? Did I miss what the ref was saying there? So it was a defensive penalty. It's a 10-yarder, a 15-yarder. I don't know what the penalty was. Sorry, I wasn't watching when the ref did it. But I don't think it was an unsportsmanlike. It's more like a personal foul. Potentially a face cage. So 1st down, ball is at the 43-yard line. They're now in Exiles territory. Thrown and not caught. Intended receiver there. 11 for the Gladiators, Harry Dawson. Team disappointed with himself. Sorry, I said 43. I read that it's the 47-yard line. 5 yards in front of where I thought it was. Ish. So they're just over the halfway line is probably the best way of looking at it. We're at 45-yard field, 45-yard halves. Bonds takes the ball, hands it off. And really nice tackle in the backfield there. They needed that. There is a late flag here from this line judge on this side. It felt like he threw it when the play was sort of over. So I'm surprised. Holding. He's called it's a hold call. Okay, just seemed a bit late. There was a grab and twist of a jersey. You can just see with his hand there, his gesture. It just depends on which side it's most likely to be the Gladiators with it being a hold. It's pronounced like Burke. Thank you. I don't know what they're doing. They've moved the sticks at the back. So it's going to be. I think they're deciding whether they're going to accept the penalty or not. But a hold is a spot foul, so it's where from the point that it takes place, they then march back 10 yards. Declined. Okay, so it's 3rd down, so they could have had 2nd and I don't know what, but it's now. So they're now moving the ball back, the sticks back. The down box is just being moved back, and it is 3rd and roughly 15. So a lot more yards lost on that previous play than I thought. It looked more like that was a line of scrimmage type tackle, but Managed to lose 5 yards on it. QB pass over the middle. Number 11, the really good catch and run there. And he looks like he's good for a first down. I mean, that was a hell of a play. Harry Dawson. Yep, and they're signalling first down, and it's right in front of us. It's like 25, 20. Yeah, bang on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Great play. Yeah, Bradley just saying it looked like that previous penalty was a face cage. Yeah, thanks for that. We've got a little bit more. Another Burke, or a member of the Burke clan in the chat. First down. QB takes it, hands it off. Really nice tackle there. 35 the ball carrier and 27 and is it 90? I'm trying to get his number. Go on, 10. Yeah, 90 for the Exiles. Ayomidi Badeo with the tackle there. Picks up a yard, so 2nd and 9. It's like I could just hear the referee say it's a false start. So offensive penalty, goes back 5 yards. Repeat 2nd down. So it'll be 2nd and 14. Bonds takes the ball, looks to his right, scrambles a little bit, throws it up to this right sideline. Really nice jump, leaping catch there from 25. Luigi Phillips. Good play. That was a great play. That was almost a first down on a 2nd and 14. So it's now 3rd and 1. So a 13-yard play. Look at this, number 92 in the backfield. The guy's enormous. What's his name? I'll get his name in a second. Look at the size of him. They got to be running behind him, and they look at the size of that dude. And they get the first down. 92, Peter Ellis. He's a D lineman. He's just jogging off there. Comes in as a fullback to lead block. There's a player down there. Just sees an arm injury for number 27 for the Exiles. Sam Howard. I think he just took a bit of a knock. He's walking off himself. He's moving his arm okay. I just heard him say, yeah, I tried to go to the big guy, but I couldn't keep hold of him. Pete Ellis is 6'9", and he's a strong man. I used to play with 6'9" Pete. Too tall, Pete Fields. Played for the Farnham Knights. He was number 56, I was number 55, so when we lined up for national anthems in European games, people thought I was a mascot. I'm only 5'8". Timeout called from the Exile sideline on 1st and 10. The ball is on, where is the ball? The ball's on the 13-yard line. We used to call him 2 Metre Peter, which would also apply to this guy. So hopefully I can share that and then they can start calling him 2 Metre and the name can just continue for Tall Pete's. Any update on Nate? Colin, is that quarterback Nate, number 10? Just let me know. Right, time back on, 1st and 10. Ball thrown to the left. There's a flag this side, and nicely defended there. But there is a flag.
Coach, I can't have you on the field during play. I wasn't on the field during play. I saw you. You told me that was me? Yes. I wasn't on the field.
Just waiting for this penalty flag here. I think it might be it may be a sideline infraction because the ref just told off the head coach of the Exiles for being on the field during the play.
Sorry. David, can you tell Ollie what happens in white? Because he's done it wrong!
So there's a sideline warning. I don't think there's going to be any on-field penalty. I'm not sure. Still a little bit of a conversation going on. Enjoying watching Chad 72 run. Yeah, Colin, I'm not sure about Nate. I'll find out. I think he's okay. I've seen him on the side. Oh, was Nate out? Oh, sorry, Nate is out. Was it an injury? Okay, so there's a knee injury for Nate. I've just been told. Yeah, yeah. Cool. 2nd and 10. Man in motion there. QB drops back, fires over to this right side into the end zone. What a grab! Number 25. I've said his name a couple of times. Luigi Phillips. He's made some great plays today. Let's rewatch that one. You can just see ball going up there. Leaps in the air. Well, highest point stuff you always hear from your wide receiver coaches. Great stuff. And they extend the lead to 12, pending this point after attempt, which looks like they're going for 2. All right, no, they're going for 1. Ling, kicker Ling out to take this. Ball snapped, and it looks like it's good. We'll just wait for the signal. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I turned the camera. Let me just put it back on. Let's go to the other camera while we're waiting. Sorry, I pushed the button on my camera to make it try and record. For some reason it goes blank when I do that. I didn't mean to do it. Josh really misses playing with the Glads. I'm sure you do when you're watching them win. They're playing really well today. This is a really good game. Obviously I'm hoping for it to, I think I'd like the Exiles to be the next team to score just to keep this game competitive. But I don't know how much time's left in the half. We will start getting. We'll get the 2-minute one. We'll start seeing timeouts, and we'll get time updates. Yeah, I'll give you them as soon as I can and as often as I can. So Ling here taking the kick, or kicking off. Massive boot on him, and it goes straight into the hands of Owusu. He's got such a nice stride on him, like really nice running, like effortless running from him. So I just zoomed in because number 2 there looked like he took a knee, but we're all good. Luigi Phillips is a star, could play running back too, yeah. Yeah, he's shown the star quality so far. Right, so it's 1st and 10 for the Exiles. The ball is on the 33-yard line. Look at number 9, look at Big Pete, 2-metre Peter. That's why they can have a 3-man front on their D-line. It's got him swallowing up O-linemen. QB drops back, fires it deep, and it's just overthrown. Incomplete pass there. And it's Want is the QB, Ryan Want. So 2nd and 10. Ball on the 33, snapped, handed off, and Big Pete Ellis gets hold of him, but doesn't manage to bring him down. Swings him round, but forces a huge loss because the running back goes even further back to the 24-yard line, and that's ball carrier number 15, Patrick Burry. And that's a huge loss. I'm trying to calculate the yardage. It's about a 7-yard loss, so we're looking at 3rd and 17 here. How often do you see a 3-man front on a D-line? You just don't, do you, anymore? One drops back, looks to his right, fires over the middle, and incomplete pass to Burry. I might be saying that wrong too, could be Berry or Burry. I've said Burry, I'm sticking with it. Anyway, punt team coming on as you'd sort of expect here. 4th down and 17. So just zoom out. So it's not Menendez punting this one, which makes you think it might be a fake. Make it a fake. I love fakes, but it's not. Ball goes into the hands of the returner. I'm going to change it to the other camera so we can just see a little bit from behind there. Yeah, not the best angle, but better than bodies in the way. Yeah, returns it for, I would say, less than 10 yards. And we just wait and see where they set up, where that ball actually is. It's close to the halfway line. You know, this is a good starting field position for this Gladiators offense. And when I say close up, remember the halfway line is 45 yards. They are at, I would say, the 34-yard line. So Nate Williams-Lewis is still in kit and he's sort of warming up on the sideline. So we may see him again. One of the Exiles players said he was out, but I assume that meant permanently out, but he's still kitted up. So we may see him. Anyway, 1st down, and looks like a couple of yards lost on that run play there. Number 16, the ball carrier, Kieran Polly. Yeah, loss of about a yard, so 2nd and 11. Someone in pre-game had a drone and was flying it over, so we might see some really good footage in their socials this week, for the Exiles, that is. Ball snapped, handed off around the end around here, and I think it's number 0 again. Yeah, it is. Zach Burke with the carry, definitely picks up positive yards, maybe about a 4 or 5 yard gain for him. Oh, 6 yards, so it's 3rd and 5. So Bond still in at QB for the Gladiators on this third down. Drops back, looks to his right, gets put under pressure, rolls out, keeps his head up, fires the ball, and intended receiver was Burke once again, but the DB, I believe it was number 14 that we saw there, that's him on screen. Jake Williams made the break on the ball. There is an Exile player down. It looks like it's number 27, Sam Howard. I think he's been down once before in this game. Just pan away to their sideline. We had a lot of fortunately, you know, and touch wood, no long stoppages and no serious injuries, but there's just been a lot of little injury stops in this game so far. Yeah, he's actually being helped off here, Sam Howard. I don't think we're going to see him again. He's not putting any weight through his right foot, his right leg. So yeah, that one looks like it might be a longer recovery than just the magic sponge on the sideline. So 4th and 5, we have got a punt team. We've got Owusu back to return, who's been awesome in his return in today. And obviously Brad Ling there to kick for the Gladiators. So we just lost sight of him, but he is there. So ball snapped, Ling's got it, fires it up in the air. Owusu calls poison, lets it roll. They're going to pin them right back here at the 5-yard line. Great special teams play here from the Gladiators. You know, like I said, they had a really good starting field position on that drive, so we're able to capitalise on it. You know, not in terms of points on the board, but they've now pinned back this is probably, I believe, this is the worst starting position that the Exiles have had all game. 85 yards. 85 yards they've got to go up the other end of the field.
Bad luck, Steve. Bad luck.
I'm being called bad luck because every time I live streamed the game here, the Exiles have lost. I'm not a bad omen, I promise. I like the Exiles. Oh, sack! He's fumbled it. That could be a touchdown or a safety. If he touches it, that's a touchdown. I know they called it a safety. It must have been out of bounds. I couldn't see the line there, but they put yet more points on the board. Let's just see if we can catch that on the replay. I might be a bit late. No, I am, sorry. But ball knocked out, and this is one of the weird situations in American football. Oh, they're just talking about it because it might be a touchdown. It looked like he was in bounds. I can't really see the line, but I can see the pylons. It looks like they're giving it as a safety. Let's just see. 2-minute warning. He's done the tick. That wasn't the 2-minute warning. Sorry, I know. Sorry, we weren't zoomed in on. The ref did the unsportsmanlike conduct signal and called a 2-minute warning. Usually a 2-minute warning is like a T with his hands. Look, he's doing. Maybe I'm getting that wrong, but I've always known that arms out, like Scarecrow, is unsportsmanlike. Anyway, it's 2 minutes, and this is one of the weird situations in American football where you concede points, but then kick the ball away. So the team that has just scored gets another chance at scoring. That's what happens when you get a safety. So from the 20-yard line, which is right in front of us, I'll just move the camera slightly, the Exiles will kick off and assumingly give the Gladiators yet another very good starting field position. Yeah, so they're applying kickoff discipline here by going 5 yards back, even though they don't need to, but it makes sense. So 22 still in to kick. I will get his name. Sorry, I was supposed to get it early, wasn't I? Owusu in the way there. Sorry. And he's got stride and gliding across the field there, number 22. Ball returner, Billy Seeger. And kicker is Lee for the Exiles. Yeah, I think that's what everyone was thinking, Steve. Why didn't he touch the live ball? I don't know. If I think I even said it like that. He can score a touchdown. He just got to pick it up or dive on it. It looked like it was in bounds. Maybe it wasn't, and that's why he didn't jump on it. But it looked like it was there, and he maybe wasn't aware of the rules. If it was in bounds, but if it was out of bounds, then he did the right thing and just signalled for the safety. Anyway, first down, ball thrown out to this side. Oh, fingertips and dropped from the Glads, and someone's already pointed. So that's number 18, Coyote OK. And someone pointed out in the chat that every time a Glads player's dropped the ball, they've then made a play shortly after. So let's keep an eye on number 18, see what he can do. So it brings up 2nd and 10. So 3 receivers to this side, 1 to the far side for the QB. Nat Bonds still in at QB. And he's got one running back in the backfield with him. Looks to his right to that trip side, fires the ball, and I don't know, was he fighting? He's ended up on the floor, so I think he was under pressure there, but it was certainly underthrown. To intended receiver was number 82, Chris Paulin. You don't know in these situations. Did Paulin run the wrong route? It looked with the QB with Bonds ended up on the floor. It probably is more of a pressure thing. He was under pressure and just wanted to get rid of the ball instead of taking a sack. So 3rd down and 10. Ball is snapped. QB's looking up, fires over to his left. And you can hear the calls for punt on the sideline. So very, very good series from an Exiles defensive perspective. And this is a chance for them to get a little bit more yardage, and start to help the offense with better starting field position. I mean, we've seen from Ling some fantastic kicks today. He's been great. The punter for the Gladiators. I mean, you can give him some credit for that safety, right? Like, managed to pin that ball back. Low snap, Ling gets hold of it, punts it right up in the air, and it's touched the boot. He's so lucky. Touched the boot of Owusu, and fortunately, his teammate Jake Williams was able to dive on it. Just see here, as he holds his arms out, it touches his left foot, yeah. And fortunately, Williams was there to dive on it. Not a bad starting field position here now. The ball is on the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Exiles. We are within 2 minutes. They should start calling timeouts here, right? We'll see. So 1 in at QB, drops back, looks to his left, fires the ball. Sorry, we didn't get a view of that. There's too many people in the way. I'll try and move a little bit wider here. See if we can get some stuff downfield. Apologies. So 1 minute and 22 seconds left, as I just had the referee say. Luckily, the referee on this sideline is the timekeeper. So while he's close, I'll be able to hear the updates he provides on to his teammates on the radio. 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 28-yard line. Ball handed off. Patrick Berry, and very lateral running because of the defending, and it's number 22 for the Gladiators that ends up bringing him down. Billy Seeger. Once again, and it is a tackle for a loss. It's about 3 yards, so 3rd and 13 here. I didn't get the time. Ball handed off again to Berry around the side. And that brings up 4th down. The clock is running. They're calling for a punt. Taking their time, they might get a penalty. Or they've called a timeout, maybe. Yeah, final timeout. It looks like. Let's just wait for. Oh no, that's half time. Let's just wait for the ref to hold the ball up. Cool. So that's half time. So exciting first half here. 16-0 for the team that. Like I said at the beginning, I believe they were the underdogs in this coming into it. I also said that this is a very tight league and any team on their day can beat any other pretty much, I think, within reason. But there's still another whole half to play and this remains a close game. It's still a 2-score game. And we're going to take a break now for half time. The Exiles sideline staff are going to bring me a cheeseburger, which is just amazing. I'm going to go off mic. We'll keep the camera on and the live stream on. Just chuck a graphic up, and we'll catch up with you guys in about 20 minutes' time. Hello and welcome back. We're just waiting for, the teams are just taking the field for the kickoff. The Exiles will get the ball in this opening, in the opening of this second half. He's just changing the scoreboard because it's no longer half time. And it's linked to kick off for the Gladiators. And it's Owusu taking the return. Ball's returned to just over the 20-yard line. And it was number 39, Jay Robinson from the Gladiators with the tackle there, or the initial contact. Owusu's getting up a bit gingerly. And he's limping off. No, he's had to go to ground, Owusu. So they've stopped the game. Looks like there's a new QB in, which is Stoltz. There he is, number 1 for the Exiles. If I remember rightly, Stoltz was a former starter for them. And I'm pretty sure he plays for the KCR Regents, hence the white lid. So still that 3-man line, defensive line for the Gladiators. Fired out to the flat. I think that's Julian Firth, number 11 with the. Oh no, it isn't. It's number 5, Retnam, Tyrese Retnam, and really good, really good yardage there. I think 6 yards they've picked up on that play, so second and 4. No other noticeable personnel changes here for the Exiles apart from the QB. And he's done it, caught and tackled in the backfield for quite a loss there. Number 34 for the Gladiators, Andy Carnes. Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong there, Andy, but it is now, it wasn't a huge significant loss, but it's now third and 8. I thought it looked like it was a greater loss of yardage there for the ball carrier Retnam. So Stoles drops back, scrambles a little bit, keeps looking, drops the ball, and luckily sort of bounces it into his own hands. Let's just watch that again. It looked like he was sort of gesturing to his receivers and maybe just trying to put off the defenders, because I think he had crossed the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he just drops it, picks it back up again. They've given him, I don't know if that's fair. I don't think they've given him any yards on that, and it looked like he picked some up. Oh no, they are giving him yards now. Okay, that's weird. They didn't mark it properly, but it's fourth and 5. And punt is off nicely. Fielded there. Sorry, he's gone to this side. So we don't get a good view of it. The Glads will now have their first drive of this second half. And they will start with the ball on around the 33-yard line, their own 33-yard line. Carter said just before half time there were 2 safeties in 2 games now for the Glads. There's so many safeties this year in the league. all touchdowns in that situation, you know, so the defensive team recovering it. I saw 2 for the Oxford Saints in the game that we live streamed. Anyway, first down, ball run right up the gut. Looks like he just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain, 2nd and 10. A bit of love for the production. It is a pain to live stream. Charles, if you're interested, I've actually done a video on our YouTube channel, on the Sport Tank YouTube channel, explaining how we do our live streams and what equipment we use and all that stuff. So if you ever want to pick our brains about how we do it, we're more than happy to help teams become self-sufficient so that we don't have to do it. Anyway, ball handed off to the left, or shall I say run to the left, and it's Alves again with the ball. Good solid running, fast back, and he doesn't quite get the first down. Brings up 3rd and, let's call it a 3rd and 2. Ball on the 41-yard line. And I haven't said it yet, but Nat Bonds is still in at QB, number 15 for the Gladiators. Just a big mess in the middle there. It looks like the Aztecs, sorry, I keep calling them that. The Exiles have made some adjustments on defense, particularly D-line in the over the half, because I think they're stunting a little bit differently, but they're definitely creating a big mass in the middle and forcing these runs to the outside. So there is a loss on that play, so it's now 4th and 4. Punt team is on. So that man Ling is back there ready to punt, and Hernandez for the Exiles ready to return. Not a little bit of a slice on this one, and it goes straight out of bounds. Not his best punt, but he's limping. Ling. Oh, I don't know if he was fake limping or that was a real limp, but yeah, he's got a slight limp on his leg. So I don't know, maybe he injured himself, Ling, in making that kick or before. We might see a different punter or kicker come on for the Gladiators. We'll have to keep an eye on that, but really nice field position here for the Exiles. They're on the 36-yard line, their own 36. And Stoltz, or Stoles, should I say, is still in. Takes a snap, looks up to his right, fires to his right, just in that hook curl zone. Good completion, good play. Good for about 4 or 5 yards, I'd say. Yeah, 2nd and 6. Still that 3-man line for the Glads, which obviously gives their well, it means their QBs. There's 4 linebackers, 4 linebackers in, and then 5 DBs. No, that would be 12, Steve. 4 DBs. So that last play, good for a couple yards, brings up 3rd and 3. But ideally, Aztecs going to want to convert this one, pick up that first down. Just do a hard count, get them to jump. No, the offensive lineman jumped. Oh, false start. You just see the guard jolt. It's just get a replay and, you know, really rub it in. But you just see the guard on the right there, 60-something. See the tackle with his arm out, and then you just see pre-snap. There he goes. And that's enough to cost you and your team 5 yards and replayed it down. So it's now going to be 3rd and 8. Massive difference, converting a 3rd and 8 to converting a 3rd and 3 in terms of the type of play that you would call. Stoles has joined in the backfield. I think it's number 37 is there with him. Yeah, it is. 37 looked like the target man. There's a little bit of pressure. It looked like a hold. Why are they blowing the whistle? That was an errant whistle. That referee shouldn't have blown that whistle. They're going to have to replay the down. He shouldn't have blown the whistle. It's an errant whistle. We're just waiting, let everyone sort of laughing at him, poor bloke. But there was a hold. He threw the flag and blew the whistle, and he shouldn't have done. I think they're just going to. I think the best thing to do in this situation is for them to replay the down. Doesn't happen often, this sort of thing, but let's see what the refs do. Well, it's given a choice to the Glads here. Hold on, how can you say that? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. They blew the whistle before the pass was thrown, so it doesn't matter if it was incomplete or not. They got to replay it down, man. They're trying to enforce the penalty, but it shouldn't. It's an errant whistle. Hold on. So they are. They've given it. I think they've given them 10. Let's just see what they're doing. I'm sorry that I don't fully know what's going on here, but if that's a holding play, that's 10 yards and replay the down. But they're having a conversation. You can't do that. You've got to replay that down, surely. Errant whistle. Everyone, you could see on the field, people just sort of like pulled up. People were laughing when they heard the whistle. No, they're marching it back. Oh, so this is a bad call. Yeah, Curtis pointing out left tackle holding. Yeah, we saw the hold, but like I said, it was the ref deciding to blow the whistle straight after it. Anyway, game on, 3rd down and long. Ball across the floor to Stoles. He's on the back foot. He's under pressure as well, and he throws the ball and it goes straight out of bounds, and that will bring up 4th down. I think the Exiles can feel hard done by here, just with that call. It just sort of, it's killed that drive. Now they're punting from, 10 yards further back, arguably, than they would have been. There was a flag thrown, it's been waved off. Should have done that last play. But I haven't seen that ref before, the guy in the middle there. I think he's new, I don't know. So I just think it was just a mistake by him. We got the guys waving at us. That ball was going. It was looking like it was going out of bounds, but it bounced in, and just a nice little Exiles roll there before they eventually down it. Good punt, good play there for the Exiles to get themselves out of just a difficult situation. I think in this game you have to have a very short-term memory, and that doesn't just go for gameplay and when you conceded or you've done something wrong. Also, if there's something frustrating that happens with the referees, and it does happen. It's not the refs are human, but you just got to crack on with it, and certainly that's what looks like what we'll see here from the Exiles. So 1st and 10, ball looks like it's on around the 25-yard line. So really good special teams play there from the Exiles to pin the Gladiators back somewhat. Incomplete pass. I just got asked by the sideline if that was a hold. I'm assuming they're referring to the penalty. I was like, yeah, I just nodded, they all laughed. I'm just watching the play coming in here. I'm judging by the movement. I'm going to call this a screen pass. Not saying it will be, but if it is, then I'm a genius. Yeah! I read it. I read the offensive coordinator's signals. I'm not going to tell you what he did. Hopefully it wasn't on screen, but you could see all day that that was a screen. And it worked, and they picked up a first down. Great play by them. They need a little bit more ambiguous calling or signals from their sideline, because that was telegraphed. But great play, well executed. First down for the Gladiators. The ball is on the 35-yard line, roughly, around the 35, maybe 36-yard line. Where is he? Nat Bonds. He is still in, isn't he? Yeah, that QB. Oh, wow! Great play there. I think it's number 3 from the Exiles, just straight in the backfield. And just on that immediately. Let's just watch that again. Bang, straight on him. And that's Bliss Ukueku. Again, apologies if I'm pronouncing any of these names incorrectly. And feel free to correct me in the chat with phonetic or it sounds like this information, just so I can get it right. So they've got 3 receivers to this near side. And, oh, he sacked. What a great sack that was. And, yeah, no, unfortunately, he looks like he's injured. I was going to replay that, but because this, yeah, he's unfortunately, it looks like, well, they're definitely stopping for Bonds here. Clutching at his ankle or his lower leg. I'm hoping it's not a serious one. He is up on his feet. I just think, yeah, it maybe just be a helmet that sort of got into his ankle. Could be quite painful there. You ain't got much flesh around your ankle, so if you do get a helmet or a bit of equipment hitting it, it can be painful. He will have to come off for 1 play at least, as per the rule. Yeah, he is coming off. So we'll see who replaces him for at least this 1 play. But great sack there by the Exiles defense. I didn't get the number of the player. I was going to try and get that in the replay, but didn't show that simply because the quarterback was injured. So yeah, I can just see. I'll keep an update on Bonds. It looks like he'll be out for more than 1 play. He is going to the treatment table, and they're just having a look at his. It looks like a calf, leg, lower leg. I'm fairly confident that he'll be back in, and I think the quarterback here looks like is it number 8 or 6? I think that's 6. Yeah, number 6 is the new QB. I'll get his name in a minute. Connor Facey. Let's see what Connor can do. Takes the ball, pitches it out to the right, or his right. Running back does so well there, reading the block, keeping his head up and cutting back in across the defence while obviously running upfield. Really, really good play. And we'll just see where that ends up. That is 4th down for them though, and doesn't quite get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, so 4th and 12. Ball is on around the 34-yard line. Our man Ling is back out. I said we did see him hobble off slightly the last play after his punt sort of scuffed somewhat. But good to see that he's back on and he's okay. And let's hope his kicking form's back. So nice snap, yeah, and lovely punt here from him. Hernandez on the other end of it. They're trying to get it, yeah, really nicely fielded at the 8-yard line. We'll just wait for the ref to stand there, but it looks like the 7 or 8 yard line. Really, really nice special teams there. Yeah, 7 yard line. Great stuff. Great special teams play. Ling is back on form. Good to see. Looked like number 3 with the sack. Okay, cool. Thanks for that. And that would be the guy. I think we saw him make a play shortly before, but Bliss Ukueku. So 1st and 10, ball on the 7. Stoles in. There's a late receiver coming in, number 84. They're going to call the timeout. They're close to a delay here, aren't they? God. And they got a man in motion. They do snap it, hand it off, running this way. Lead blocker there. Man straight on him. Looked like he got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. So I'm pretty sure ball carry on that one was 37 Drew Lefebvre.
Hurry up, go, go, go!
Stoles still in. That's got to be. I mean, I don't know. We'll wait and see. But if it's hands on hips, there's a defensive penalty from the ref. If he rolls his hand like a roly-poly, then it's the offensive false start. I can't see. Called it a false start. So that'll go half the distance. So it'll be like a 3.5 yard penalty. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 13.5. So they're on the 3.5 yard line now. 2nd down.
We've also got a mic over here as well that I don't want hearing. Thank you, sir.
So 5 goes in motion. Stoles rolls out to his right. There's a lot of receivers on that side, and he's tucked and run with it. Ran out of bounds. I don't know that he gained any yards on that. The referees haven't moved. We'll just wait for them to reset. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe half a yard.
What down is it? Can we check what down's going? How's it feel?
3rd down. Yeah, back to the line of scrimmage, so 3.5 yard line still. This is Crazy Dave, isn't it, Dave? Dave Kerr, former Glads player, played with me at the Knights. We call him Crazy Dave. I hope he's you, because if it's not, it's really weird what I've just said. That was a good run. That was a good, strong run from them. What they've really done is bought their punter a bit of space, which is really useful anyway. So it didn't get 1st down yardage, but it's now 4th and about 7, I would say. And the punt team are going to come on. So Gladiators continue to have the yardage, the territory advantage in this game. Yeah, it is Crazy Dave. How are you, mate? Me and him won a championship. Dave, it must be about 10 years ago, wasn't it, when we won that championship for the Knights. Good times. Anyway, 4th down. Lee back to punt. He's had a good game, and it's blocked. And it's picked up. It looks like it's going to be another safety. Yeah, it's signalled by the ref. That's the 2nd safety of the game for the Gladiators. And there's a little bit of, why is there a little, everyone's just sort of stopping. The ref signalled it. It's definitely a penalty, a safety. And again, we have that situation now where a team that scores the points receives the ball. So That is now 17-0 to the Gladiators. So you can see right in front of us, they're setting up to kick off. Again, normal kickoff rules don't apply here, but the Exiles, as before, being disciplined and staying back 5 yards just to prevent any offsides. Just getting score updates. The Stallions are winning 59-6 over the Blitz B. Stallions are unreal this year. I live streamed a game, I think week 2 for them. They were great last year as well, but they're definitely in contention for post-season football and potential promotion, which would be quite cool to see. Anyway, back to this game. It's Lee ready to kick off. And it's nicely caught and fielded. Sorry, referee's in the way now. I don't know where the ball carrier is. There he is, I got him. I think it's number 16. I was just going to keep my, 16 with the ball carrier there. Kieran Polly, said his name a few times today. Did a great job of hiding behind the referee from the camera. Clever player, that is. Crazy Dave cares not for concussion protocols. 2015, was that the year we did it? Dave referring to our championship season. Almost undefeated. We lost one game, didn't we, against Birmingham Bulls, and they didn't shut up about it. Oh, he's stepped forward. So he's gone in motion, number 18 there, but he moved forward and he's not allowed to do it. It's a legal procedure, 5 yards. Oh, they've called it a false start. Okay. Both work. 5 yards, first down. First and 15. Trying again, number 18 goes in motion this time properly. Ball's pitched out to Polly and runs into about 2 or 3 Exiles. I think one's injured, he's on his knees, he's getting up. Number 2, he's okay, good. And that's Josh King, number 2 for the Exiles. He's had a good game as well. But the Exiles have got to put some points on the board soon. You know, it's still there's only 17 points in this game, you know, like you could get 2 scores and it'd be a 1-point game, right? You can get, you know, two 2-point converted touchdowns. So it's like there's not a massive gap in this game yet. I think if Colchester score here, as in a touchdown on this drive, then it becomes a bit more difficult. Great little move there from the running back. Or I don't know if it was a running back, just a ball carrier for the Gladiators to pick up some extra yards. It was 25 for the Glads. That man Luigi Phillips he's had a hell of a game. So that brings up 3rd down and 3. Ball snapped, QB keeps hold of it, does a strange little spin around, throws it right over here. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Zach Burke there, and he's not very happy with himself. Actually, look, watch the QB here. And over a little spin. Bombs it. We do get a good little shot of this, which is cool. And gets his hands to it, but just not enough. They are going to punt, and that will really... potentially, if they're punting as... Oh, actually, it's a bit tougher punting in a shorter field in terms of, you know, gauging the distance correctly. But we've seen Ling have a great game today so far, so they could really coffin kick this one, as in kick it into the corner and really pin back. Yeah, and he does a little pooch kick there, but it does get fielded by Hernandez, and he does a great job bringing that out to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Exiles. Very important adjustment there from the ref. 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Stoll's in the shotgun. Ball snap, Stolz looks to his left, moves up in the pocket, he's got plenty of space and time, and dumps it off as a check down to Menendez, who doesn't manage to complete his pass. I think you might get a hold here on 92 across the middle. Really, like quite a centralised thrown flag. And I think it was the D lineman getting held. Yeah, holding. So 10 yards. Yeah, 64. Cameron Craig with the hold.
Oh, well worked. Yeah, love my hair.
Take it, man. And that's that brings up 1st and 10. 1st and 20. Sorry. Just going to move over a little bit. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. Sorry about the camera there. I'll move back this way because of the ref. High snap. No problem for Stolz though. Fires the ball deep downfield, and there's a DPI penalty. From what I can tell, the defensive, we couldn't see it, but the defensive player's hands were in the shoulder pads of the receiver. Seems pretty cut and dry. This, yeah, pass interference. So those plays are in our league. That's 15 yards from where the ball started in the play, as in the spot of the spot of the last play, an automatic first down. So the ball moves 5 yards forward from where it originally started, and it's an automatic first down for them. So ball's on the 32-yard line. Whereas when you're watching like the NFL, that would be a spot foul, so where the foul took place, a defensive pass interference. First and 10. Stolz takes it, hands it off. Trouble in the backfield for 88, ball carrier, but he manages to maybe just not quite get back to the line of scrimmage, but certainly save the blushes of the Exiles. Nick Barnes there, the carrier, doing a good job. Yeah, loss of a yard, and that's now Q4. God, that went quick. I reckon the refs watch stopped in the first half. It lasted forever. So we enter into the 4th quarter, and it's still, still the Kent Exiles haven't managed to put any points up. So 17-0 to Colchester at present. Lots of noise from this Colchester Gladiators sideline as their defence take the field. All right, they're still on the field, but restart. And a run to the left there. Swallowed up by the by the wide players on this Gladiators defence. I'm trying to see how many yards they got on that play. Good for 3 or 4. Let's call it 4. 3rd and 6. The Exiles need like some long plays. They need some 15, 20, 25 yard plays, like some nice deep passes to connect and work. But with the Gladiators able to flood their secondary, all because of 2 metre Peter, big number 92 on their D line, allowing them to have a 3-man line. It's a lot harder to thread passes through this this Gladiators defence. Certainly deeper passes. So this is a timeout from the Gladiators. Sorry, from the Exiles. Pretty sure it's their first of the half. Let's get the Gladiators on screen, shall we? So you've got something to look at. See if I've got any scores I could bring you from elsewhere around the game, around the league, should I say. South Wales Warriors are winning 9-7 over the Bristol Apache. That one's quite a tight game. The Rams were 7-0 up over. Oh no, hold on. The Rams were 21-0 up over the Nighthawks. So Yorkshire Rams and Merseyside Nighthawks. Rams are having a hell of a season. But they're a team that do that. They play really, really well, you know, get some success, but they never quite make it at the top level or to the top level. Hopefully we can see that change. Anyway, back to this game. Stoles throws it out to Menendez, and it's just Menendez upsetting himself there. This may sound like a criticism, maybe it is. He wasn't going full steam there, was he? Like I feel like if he'd have laid himself out for that and really gone for it, he could have got to that ball, and maybe that's why he was frustrated and was, I don't know, yelled or whatever he did. Anyway, punt. 22, Billy Seeger back for the Gladiators to receive. 22, Lee for the Exiles, ready to punt it away. Fake it, just run it. Come on, we love fake punts. And he looks like he's attempted to punt that straight out of bounds. Sort of angled himself, Lee did, and that's a great punt down at the just over the 10-yard line.
Change of possession at 14.
It looks like they're putting it at the 11. Yeah, they're putting it at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10. The ref just said the time and I wasn't listening. I'll try and get the time from him, or hear from him. I won't ask him. I try not to interfere with the referees or the players or the coaches. First and 10. The QB, hold on. So Alves on the ball. Good for a few yards. But Nate Bond's back in at QB, so good to see. Sort of suspected he would be, but confirmation of that. You need a camera on number 92's helmet. He needs his own player cam, doesn't he, 92? Just follow him, even if he's on the sideline. Like with audience, you can hear, I bet he's got a really big booming voice. QB keeps it, boots round to the right, looks up, it's definitely taken off and definitely picks up first down yardage there. Good play. I can hear people on the sideline saying that's elite. I don't know if it's elite, but it's a very good play there from Bonds. So 3 receivers to this near side, 1 on the far side with 1 in the backfield. Bonds hands it off to Alves. He's just fighting. You can see him just fighting and tussling, and yeah, the O-line jumping in, pushing for those extra few yards. Oh no, there's a man down. No, he's up. Good. Oh no, there's a man down on the defense. Just taking a knee. I don't think it's anything too serious, but number 75, Jermaine Effiom, is just getting treatment or awaiting treatment. Cool. So Effiom just walking off now. Slight limp on his right leg, but he looks like he's okay. I'd imagine we'll see him again today. I don't think he's out. So 2nd down and 2. Ball on the Gladiators' 28-yard line. Snap, Bond looks back, throws it over the middle. Caught really nice in space. That's I think the longest pass we've seen of the game. Is it number 82 there? Yeah, 82 for the Gladiators. And I will follow up with a name. Chris Paulin. We have called his name before. They're calling him Crispy. It's good. Good use of his name. So I'm just saying the Glads need to close this out. I think it's, feels like it's like collateral damage for the Exiles. Anything they score at the moment, I don't think the result's going to change in this game. I don't think there's enough time in the game for the Exiles to make a comeback, but we'll see. Bond pitches it out, number 35, number 35. Breaks through the line. Still on his feet, there is a player down there that's going to move away from him. It looks like the ball's turned over. Yeah, it was. Okay, yeah. So 35, Will Collins not able to keep hold of the ball there in the contact, and it does pop out and it is recovered. So the Exiles will get a chance. Another, well, I didn't think they weren't going, but sooner than expected, we'll be back on, the offense is back on the field. There he is. Helmet cam on him would be like a drone, wouldn't it? Look at him. Everyone's just going, yeah, whatever you want, mate. Yeah, do it, yeah, whatever, yeah, of course. You're very funny, or whatever, and handsome. Anything you say. So, Stoll's back in at quarterback for the Exiles. Ball snap, looks to his... He looked to his left and he's run to his left, but he's just run out of bounds there. He's took a massive loss of yardage on that one. Oh no, he hasn't, sorry. The second... I didn't see that that the first stick had been dropped to the ground. I was going off of this one. I was like, what's he done that for? Look, he ran out of bounds like 11 yards away, but only about 3 yards lost. Okay, so 2nd and 13. So 2nd and 13. Ball's around a 20-yard line. I don't know what happened there. Let's see. The ball definitely hit the deck, but I don't think the QB had hold of it. Oh, it's a false start on the offense. Again. So another 5 yards brings up 2nd and 18. The ball will be around the 15-yard line. How long left? I don't know, Charles, how long's left. I will let you know when I can hear someone say it, but the line judge on this side, who's been timekeeper, is the other end of the field at the moment, so I can't hear him. But as soon as I get an indication of it, I will tell you. Ball snaps, Stoles looks to his left, fires it, and it's tipped. Really nice play there. Tipped out of the direction of the receiver, number 28, Luke Sargent, with the play, with the breakup. Great defensive play. For those of you that think he should have intercepted it, nah, don't intercept it. If you're going to intercept it, you might as well play offense. Ash said, it's over when Pete 92. Can we call him 2 Meter Peter, please? Says that it's over. So 3rd and 18. Stoles in the shotgun, looks to his right this time, I think. Yeah, rolls to his right, throws it up, and just nowhere, just uncatchable pass. Punt team are coming on. Ash is going to text him, let him know. Yeah, good. If someone can like clip every time I've said it and send it to him, wait until like tomorrow when I'm not within the vicinity of him. I feel like he can just reach over and grab me from there, where he is right now. Just let me get some distance, give me a head start, then you can do it. Anyway, 22-22, punter to returner, and 22 for the Exiles punts it, 22 for the Gladiators leaves it to bobble out of bounds. Doesn't go out of bounds, but it will be downed at the 30. 1st and 10 for the Gladiators. See if my other camera's still going, yeah. Curtis saying you should see him play golf with normal sized clubs. The Pete that I know that was 6'9", I remember seeing him smoking once, sat in his car, and he was leaning out the back window because his seat was pushed all the way back, and he put his fag out on the floor. Leant out of when he was sat in his car, just leant out. Good little push there. Gladiators are starting to really enjoy this, you can see. And that was good for about 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. Ball snap, handed off. Big hit. I think it was, who's that? Is that 35, Collins? Yeah, no complaints from him, but there is some complaints from the sideline about leading with the head on the hit. Connor Facey is in at QB, so we haven't seen Bonds. I think Bonds is done for the day. after that injury. Maybe, you know, I don't know if the injury's enough to keep him out, but you know, it may be a case of just why risk it. You're starting QB in a game that you've sealed up. And also he gives Facey a little bit of time. Boots round there, Facey does, and the ball is being run down the sideline. Look at this camera does come in use, and he's going to run it all the way in. Oh my goodness, what a play. Is there any flags? There is not. And I think the Gladiators' final nail in the coffin, I think, there. And I'm pretty sure that was 28. I think it was 28, Luke Sargent with that touchdown. Oh, I've lost count of what the score is. Was it? It was 19, wasn't it? Or was it 17? It was 19, wasn't it? I can't remember what the score was. You guys are going to have to help me there. Anyway, they're going for one. And it is good. Was it 19 or was it 17? What was the score? Can someone tell me? Oh, sorry. I didn't change the camera over for the extra point, so you didn't quite see it, but it was good. Oh, that was Luigi Phillips, was it? Okay, cool. 17-0 before. Okay, so yeah, so I'm right. 24. Sweet. Thanks. Little bit of love for Luigi. And oh dear from our man Micah. And the Gladiators get ready to kick off again. They kicked off so many times because of the safeties as well, right? Like, insane amount of kickoffs today. It looks like number 19 is the kicker this time. Josh Jackerman. Has he got red boots? Yeah. Hernandez takes the ball on the run. Good field in there. Nice little bit of contact. And the ball, we're just waiting for him to set it. Doesn't quite, yeah, no, maybe it's at the 30. Let's call that the 30-yard line. 24 is correct. Thank you, Jonathan. Charles' battery still lasting. Good to see, Charles. Glad you're still here. Hopefully you're still here to the end. We haven't had the 2-minute warning yet, I can tell you that, but I don't think we're far off. So Stoll's still in at QB for the Exiles. And I think incomplete there. Intended receiver. Excuse me. Julian Firth. And I think and I know there's been a number of injuries on the Exiles, so I don't know how aware they've been impacted, but certainly one place that you notice it is at QB with Nathan Williams-Lewis. Now I understand that Williams-Lewis isn't even their starting QB normally, I think Stolz is, but the ref has called a timeout because of some equipment infraction, I think. So oh, it's a blood. I think it's a blood on an elbow. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's not equipment. Got too much blood on his arm. So another play's coming on. He's trying to fit his helmet on, dropped his gum shield. But the time's off while they're doing this, so it's not a big problem. It's just comical. Anyway, time back on. You heard the whistle. 2nd and 10. Ball at the. I said this is around the 30, maybe just shy of the 30, but let's call it the 30. Oh, ball carrier slips there and loses a yard. So 3rd and 11. Stoles throws it deep. And it looks like it's caught, and it is. What a grab. That's exactly what they needed. This is Tyrese Retnam catching the ball. It's down at the 20-yard line. That was a hell of a play. I'm going to just slightly move so we don't got the refs in the way. But you can see them, they're buoyant. A little bit of momentum here for the Exiles, and hopefully they can put some points on the board.
That's all right, they've been exposed now, we knew it.
Stoles takes that snap. It's a little bit high, but it's not too difficult for him. Ball thrown to the same man, Retnam, and not the same outcome as in a completed pass. He was double covered on that play, but the pass just wasn't quite there. 2nd and 10. The ball, I don't know where he's going. Where's he going with it? Oh, there he goes. Maybe he'll just Aaron Lee blow the whistle again. Ball snapped. Stoles looks to his right. That man again, Retnam, and he's gets past one tackler, still churning out yards, and it's down to the 11. If they spot it there, the 11-yard line. 3rd and 1. Stoles takes it, hands it off to big Burry or Berry. I should have asked his name at half time. Picks up a 1st down. They're hurrying, but they don't need to. Oh no, the clock's still on. What? It's 1st and goal. I thought I suppose where they didn't have to move the chains. Maybe that's the difference. But normally in the change move, the clock stops. Oh, what a play by number 7 there. And it's pitched to Stoles, and he gets it back to roughly, does he get it back to the line of scrimmage? What a play. Great play by number 7 here, just meeting Retnam. But Retnam's keeping that play alive by pitching it back.
Wait, how's it 1st and goal and we're on the...
So it's now second and goal from the 9-yard line.
Tom, don't worry about it, just deal with it and it's full play.
High snap. Stoles manages to keep hold of it. Burry's brought down by number 19 for the Gladiators. Lovely tackle there by Josh Jackerman. Tackle for a loss, a 3-yard loss, and it's now 3rd and goal from the 12. The ref is close to me now, so hopefully I can get a time check or hear a time check at some point. Nice snap. Stoles looks to his left, feels under pressure, so boots out. He's really deep back, fires the ball up in the air. It's caught by, oh, he didn't catch it. I thought the photographer caught it, but he didn't. Incomplete pass, 4th down, 4th and 12. Or 4th and goal from the 12, should I say. Looks like they're going to go for, Menendez has come on. Are they going to go for a field goal? I hope not. No, false start. Oh, 5 yards. So that will be 4th and goal from the 17-yard line, pretty much bang in front of us. I'm going to move the camera. Sorry about the view while I do so, but not what they needed. There's multiple people moving on that offensive line. Good snap. Stoles under pressure. He runs quite far back. And he fires it again. It's another hopeful. It's not really going to go anywhere. Yeah. Turnover on downs. And the Gladiators will take over on their own 17-yard line. There is 5 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game. Refs called a timeout. I think they're making adjustments to the chain on that far side. They can't. I don't know where they're lining up. They haven't started to play yet. So I think the refs are going to have to walk forward and stop the ball. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. That was.
Sorry, ref. I get that check. Yeah, 5-13, 5-1 push. Good to see a drive like that. Let's score next time. Dan, fucking lovely one.
All right, game on. 1st and 10. Gladiators on their own 12-yard line. It's like a new running back, number 16. Here he comes with it, busting through a massive gap in the line. Some good lead and then pushing, lead blocking and then pushing assistance for that ball carrier, number 16. I will get his name. His name is, oh, we know his name, Kieran Polly. Great play by him there. Sorry, I'm just, my tripod was tangled up. I'm ready to go to bed. So not quite first down yardage, so 2nd and 2 here. Burke in motion, takes the ball on a jet sweep. Oh, gets yanked back, but does he get enough yards? I don't think he does. The referee is signalling there. So this will bring up 3rd and maybe 1. I think he does get pickup yardage. No? Yeah, 3rd and a long 2. Two in motion and handed off again to Polly, and he's got, I think, number 80 on him straight away with the tackle there in the backfield. No, I couldn't. Sorry, excuse me, number 90. Ayomide Badejo, D lineman for the Exiles with that tackle. Great play from him there. Brings up 4th down. So it's 4th and 4. And they are, it looks, they are good. They're going to punt it. That makes sense. God, why give up field position here? Ling back to punt. And Hernandez and Retnam back to return for the Exiles. There's a flag here. I can only imagine it was like a false start or something. False start, yeah, so that'll go back another 5. Big bang right in front of where we are on this camera, so I'm going to move again. But that'll be 4th down and 9. No, I have to go back. I thought it was going to be further back than that. Ball on the floor, but into the hands of punter. Nice punt. Sun's out now, so a little bit of glare. They just let it roll, and they're just going to wait. It did take a Gladiator, sorry, I should zoom in. It did take a Gladiators bounce, and they down the ball. Just wait and see where the ref is. Around the 15-yard line. So, Exiles take over. Trying to see the QB. I don't think I can see Stoltz on the field. Yeah, there I can now. Sorry, he was chatting to his offensive coordinator on the sideline. Oh, someone's Iomi Day. Thank you. That was number 90, the guy that made the sack. Thanks for the phonetic correction there, Lizzie. I really appreciate it. So Stoll snaps the ball, hands it off. There's a lead blocker there, but this defense are very good at getting wide. Well, I say good at getting wide. They've already got people wide. There's so many players in this secondary that there's always someone there when they go wide. But they do pick up positive yards, probably about 3, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Someone's asked me if there's any updates on the Aztec blitz. No, let me see. I know the Warriors beat the Cheetahs 50-7, but I'm not sure about the Aztecs blitz. So 2nd and 7, ball snap. QB looks to his right, and it's just underthrown. Bounces before it gets to the receiver. No, I can't find an Aztec split score, so if anyone watching knows it, or not just knows one, knows the actual score, let us know. But no, I can't find any updates anywhere. And that was, he's gonna thank me for saying his name correctly. Phil de Monte, not Phil de Mont, that said that. QB rolls to his right, he's looking up, there's no one really pressuring him, he throws the ball. Appeals from the sideline here for a push in the back, and I think they're quite valid appeals, but they're saying it would have been, no way. They're saying, oh, that can't be. That what the referee just said was that would have been PI if the pass had been catchable, but he was pushing him back, preventing him from being able to reach it. Like, oh, that's bad. Sorry, there's a player down. I'm just going to pan away from that. I can't tell which team. It looks like I'm not going to speculate. I'll let you know when I know. I don't. Oh, I find that really frustrating that the player was pushed in the back, he was leaning back trying to get to the ball, and then the ref saying it was uncatchable. It wasn't. It was because of the pass interference. Although that ref's got a little camera on his cap, so it'd be good, not that they'd released the footage, but it'd be really good to see his view of that and what he saw, because yeah, he had a better angle than I did. I was sort of behind it, he was to the side. It would just be good to see what he saw to be able to make that call, or not make the call. Here's a Gladiators player that was down. He's up on his feet now. Big lineman number 93, Rob Pollard. He seems all right. He's not in like agony or anything. He just sort of stood talking. And being helped off the field. He's being helped off to this side of the field. He has got his arm wrapped up, so it might be like a shoulder injury or something. Just to keep the weight off of it. Being clapped off. He's going off to the Exiles side because that's the side the paramedics on. He hasn't changed teams. Anyway, 4th down. Hold on, 4th down. They've got to be punting it, right? There's no. What are they doing? Yeah, they haven't got a return. Right, they're getting their return now. Here he comes. I was getting awfully confused by the formation of the Colchester Gladiators. They still don't have a returner. Oh, now they do. Whoa, what's going on? Anyway, Menendez to punt it. It's gone very high over his head. He's bobbled it. He's got hold of it. Someone's got hold of him, and that is a safety. 3 safeties in this game for the Colchester Gladiators. And again, we get to see the team that just conceded points kick the ball to the team that just scored some. 3rd time in the game. This has got to be a record-breaking season in Britball for safeties. There's no way of figuring that out. It's just a rhetorical statement from me that I make because I know no one can prove me wrong. No, not really. I just speculated. Anyway. Lee for the Exiles, ready to kick this one off. Polly doesn't get it. That was Billy Seeger that had the ball there. I was trying to get his name, but I couldn't find it. But now I've got it. So yeah, Seeger with a really nice return. He took that ball at around the 20-yard line and he got it to, let's see where they stand, over the halfway line to around the 40-yard line. So into Exiles territory. Fantastic return. And they're taking a knee, looks like they're kneeling out. I don't even know how much time's left. Did they do a 2-minute warning? So I'm assuming this is 9 seconds and the Glads are going to just kneel this one out. Unless they needed that extra like yard or two to pull off their next play. Did you see 75 there? Oh, I hope we caught him on camera. He did the proper lineman backward shuffle like pass pro. Comically, of course. But just waiting for the ref to blow the final whistle here. Players are shaking hands, and there we go, that's game. So the SFC 1 East continues to be extremely hyper competitive, unpredictable, and very exciting as the Colchester Gladiators get the 26-0 away win over the Kent Exiles. Hopefully we'll see some more from this league this year. We'll be back next week. I don't know who we're live streaming next week. I should know this stuff, shouldn't I? But I don't. But we've got live streams pretty much every week, apart from when I'm busy. And yeah, hopefully see you guys soon. If you can subscribe. We'd like you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. It's like liking a page on Facebook. We do have paid memberships on YouTube, but like the subscriptions are really useful for us. We've got about 3,000 subscribers at the moment, which is cool. Yeah, if you want to support what we do this for free. We don't charge either club, and the more people that subscribe to our channel, the more views we get, the more ad revenue we can get. So it all helps us. So yeah, if you could, that would be great. If not, whatever. Thanks for joining in. Thanks to everyone that was joined in the comments. Really appreciated it. I've been Steve Price, and I'm signing off. I'll speak to you guys